The Russian occupation forces are making maximum efforts to neutralize the Ukrainian Defense Forces bridgehead on the left bank of the Kherson region. For this purpose, the Dnieper group of troops has been significantly increased and reinforced. Thus, if at the beginning of November it amounted to about 64,000 personnel, now it is more than 74,000. Also, the Dnieper group was substantially reinforced with armored fighting vehicles, and if at the beginning of November they were up to 750, now it is 950 vehicles, which is due to the increased need for assault operations. On the other hand, there was a striking reduction in the artillery component. At the beginning of November, the Dnieper troop group had almost 900 barrel artillery systems in service, now it is almost 2 times less, about 550. Special attention has been paid to strengthening the 70th Motorized Rifle Division. As part of the Dnieper group, it has the best equipment, and is the most combat-ready. Along with the 104th Airborne Assault Division, and the 810th Guards Naval Infantry Brigade, it is the most actively used in attempts to block the Ukrainian bridgehead on the left bank. However, the use of tactical groups, numerically comparable to 2 brigades, on the flanks and frontal assault on village has not yielded the desired results for the Russian command. It is obvious that General Toplinsky will blame everything on the lack of forces and resources, and demand that the group be brought to a strength of more than 80,000. This is a very real number, which the Russian command will be able to achieve, thanks to the use of the resources of the group of troops defense of Crimea, where in addition to the permanent grouping is the formation of 2 divisions, which will obviously go to help on the left bank. On the other hand, increasing the group, which is already hundreds of times larger than the group holding the bridgehead and which they cannot knock out, is not just a move, but a total disgrace. 300 Spartans nervously smoke on the sidelines. There is also positive information, which still needs a longer observation, but it is already getting interesting. In the last 24 hours, the use of air bombs on the left bank has decreased to 0. This was immediately after destroying 5 of their fighter bombers in 2 days. Soviet military doctrine, as well as later Russian military doctrine, envisioned the use of combat aircraft primarily as interceptors in their airspace. There were practically no doctrines for suppressing and evading threats from enemy air defense systems over its territory, and most importantly, such practical exercises did not exist. These features are characteristic of the American combat flying school or the Israeli one, but not of the Russian one. Having lost several expensive planes from something unknown, the enemy began to retaliate, of course informational. For a start, they destroyed the Patriot complex, and then began to destroy the F-16, which had not yet reached Ukraine. Only at the airfield near Odessa, they hit 6 pieces. It's bad when you lie. It's even worse when you consider your opponent an idiot.